Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Klutch once again, and welcome back to another episode on my road to Division 1. Kicking things off, we are up against the 433 BPL team, and this year I seem to be coming up against a lot of 433s rather than a 352. 433 seems to be the common formation, maybe because there's just so many different variations, or maybe because people have realised that the 352 isn't that strong this year, so they've converted to the 433, which I think is the best formation for me. Well, it is at the minute. The false 9 is definitely amazing for me, but nice and early we get a penalty as Wilshere goes through the back of Hernandez, and he gets a red card for his troubles, as you will see in a second. I was fairly lucky with that. I didn't expect him to go straight through me because well, you never know, you could miss from those chances, but you can also miss from penalties, as I do ever so often. Well, actually, that's like the second penalty I've missed this year, but I had flashbacks from the hub and after that, because usually, well, in the hub I missed like 3 or 4 penalties, and then I went on to lose the game, and then as soon as I missed that penalty, a couple minutes later, who gets the goal? My opposition, with Lucas Podolski on his right foot. But I wasn't too deterred by that. I was just going to keep pushing on and try and get a goal. Searchy manages to miss that opener. I don't know how. It was on his strong foot, and I aimed for practically my opposition's left corner flag, and it still missed. But right from his goal kick, I don't know what he was doing, whether his controller died or whatever, but I wasn't going to hang around, and I just stole the ball with Searchy, and I slotted it in the back of the net. I take no prisoners. If you fuck up, you fuck up. But like literally as soon as I scored the goal, he kicked off straight away. So I don't know whether his battery, well, whether his controller just disconnected briefly or what. But yeah, he manages to get another goal with Danny Welbeck in the 41st minute. So I was 2-1 down, and I was like, what the hell? This isn't going to plan. But we managed to free Yajic in the 48th minute, and he gets a goal. So Yajic is still on form and bagging the goals left, right and centre. He's ever so reliable, and Hernandez comes in and puts us in the lead. So I was starting to take control of this game. I was 3-2 up, and I was going to look for another goal to try and kind of seal the deal. So we get the ball to El Shaarawy here, who cuts in as usual, and I'd expect that finesse to go in 9 times out of 10, but Yajic manages to pick up the scraps and put the ball in the back of the net in the 80th minute. So I wasn't too fussed about that, because it got us the 4-2 win and another 3 points on the board. So moving into the next game, well, that's our second game in this division, but moving into the next game, this is our last game without chemistry styles. So we still have the basic chemistry styles on everyone apart from our keeper, which is the Sanctus, who has the glove trait to prevent those OP finesses. People said that since the patch they haven't been that OP, but some of the goals that Japes has shown me that he scored, and other people, kind of leads me to wonder how much it's been patched, because they're still scoring some pretty ridiculous finesse shots. But yeah, we get another penalty, and this time I managed to actually put it away with Hernandez, which was actually quite pleasing, because I don't like missing penalties. They're like practically easy goals, like a given opportunity to score. But yeah, I was going to try and continue to build on that lead, and we get the ball to Yajic, who just, oh my god, that touch just took him miles past the defenders, and he finished nicely. So yeah, we were 2-0 up at half time, and I was expecting just to take off from there, but my opponent had different thoughts and managed to get a goal back to make it 2-1. Muller with the goal, and in the 90th minute I was trying to make it 3-1. I kind of fucked up with that pass there, but I don't know why people do that. Like, you play the full game and then you quit in the 90th minute. It kind of like defeats the whole purpose, because one, you get DNF added and you lose like your multiplier and all that stuff, and you still get the loss. So it's kind of like, what is the point? But yeah, moving on to the chemistry styles. As you can see, I've got Deadeye on my 2 wingers, Hawk on Yajic. I've also got the Hunter on my 2 centre mids, Anchor on Pogba, and the Sentinel on my 2 centre backs. Those are the suggestions that Finch gave me, and we're going to get into our first game, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about chemistry styles, because quite a few people have told me that you need chemistry styles, like they're essential, and you can't play without them, and you'll be at a disadvantage if you don't have them. But when I saw this team, my face just dropped, because inform Lukaku up there, and well, actually, his team as a whole is just ridiculous. But Lukaku kind of scared me, because normal Lukaku, I've heard, is an absolute monster. Him and Benteke, so I wasn't gonna. I wasn't looking forward to this game. I have to say that. And Navas steals through, and that chip pissed me off because it was right next to my keeper's face. Surely he could have just put his hand out just a little bit and saved that, because it didn't look like that much. Well, that much of a dangerous shot. So I thought my keeper would have saved that, but obviously not. And then things kind of started to get worse as I conceded a penalty right here. So I thought I was going to go 2-0 down as Wayne Rooney steps up to take the penalty, but I kind of faked him out right here. Made him think I was going to dive and then stayed in the middle and caught his chip with ease. But yeah, being 1-0 down, I was kind of daunted by this team just because of Lukaku and Rooney and Ozil and all that. But Serchi comes up with a decent, well, a really good solo run and puts the ball in the back of the net. I don't know whether that was due to the extra shooting from his chemistry style, but it did look like a fairly easy opportunity, and my opponent was kind of unlucky there to hit the crossbar with that header from Lukaku, I believe. But I wasn't going to dwell on, well, I wasn't that bothered because I was going to try and push on and get the winning goal. And we get that with Yajic, of course. Who else would it be? Yajic is just the man on this game. I don't even care what people say. A lot of people underrate him. And to be honest, I actually prefer him to the likes of Balotelli, as you can tell, because I've got Balotelli in my other team and he hasn't even seen the pitch once in this series because Yajic is just on a storm, and I don't really want to change things up that much. But moving on to the next game, if it wasn't bad enough that I just played against Lukaku, I had to come up against Benteke and Soldado, which was I was right to be kind of nervous at this one, because it's pretty safe to say I got Benteke in this game. It was just a destruction. I got quite a few chances, but I couldn't convert any, and then from a nothing cross that was deflected, he gets a corner, and what do you think is going to happen? I'll place your bets now. What do you think is going to happen? Of course, Benteke is going to head it in off the corner, because he's just a god in the air, and he's just a complete god in this game, apparently. Well, he's actually a good player in real life, so I can't really say that as if he's just only good on this game, but he just walks through my defense with ease and slots at home with his weak foot. I really couldn't stop him in this game. I don't know what else to say. I was just kind of... I don't even know what happened in this game. I just got steamrolled, and I took a little leaf out of my opponent's book with that from the last game with the little cheeky chip over the keeper, because it worked for him. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna try it, and it worked. And right here, Nani manages to turn Hulk for like 5 seconds to breeze past Constant, who has some decent strength compared to Nani, and I was kind of frustrated, but once again, the god himself, Benteke, steals in and takes the ball off my defender and slots it home. So this was not an enjoyable game to play, I should say, because I ended up losing 5-1 as I conceded the last goal. And that is the end of today's episode, as the motherfucker does the Gangnam Style. I hate that celebration, it's so annoying. But as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about team changes and alterations to the team. But if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. But till next time, it has been Klutch. Peace!